Hey there, Cancer. Welcome in. It is your June monthly reading. Hope everyone's doing well. I know 3 of my subscribers who are Cancers, so that's coming up, guys. Coming up quick. And with Jupiter moving into Cancer, oh my gosh. Beautiful things opening up. Luck, abundance, love. So many things. So if you work with the energy correctly, you get the good side of Jupiter in Cancer. So let's take a look here. Sweating my buns off today. Let's brighten you up a little bit there. There you go. All right, Cancer, June 2025. Oh, ooh, there's a lot. There's a lot. Taking only what flipped over, putting these back. Oh, what do we got here? That might be a side message. Let me tap into that. Very interesting. Well, I've got blossoming abundance in the challenged position here coming out. With adjacent possibilities and anxiety, I feel like I can say to you, Cancer, whoever this is going to resonate with, that just hold on. There's something that's in the works. That's why this is here. So I also got the contract with the thinking man. And what I'm getting with the first 3 cards is you're waiting on something and it just hasn't materialized yet, but it's coming. It's like, you know, it's coming. Feel like for someone you're worried that it's not going to get here when you need it, but I'm going to tell you that the universe will definitely bring it in exactly in the most divine moment. It may not be when you want it to come in, and that's probably why this anxiety is coming in here. Glasses are fogging up. Can you see that? For some of you, there is someone you are, I'm hearing, waiting on. Not really just sitting worrying like this anxiety card suggests, but you know what I want to say? I feel like you feel that there's this timeline that needs to begin. And there are things that are out of your control, Cancer, that are trying to get rectified for the highest good of all. There is someone over here. I mean, if you're wondering if your person, if you're stressed out, wondering if your person is thinking of you, now that here's an indication that they are. But there's just some things that aren't finished up yet, whether that's them in another connection that's been lifeless for a while, I'm hearing, or if that's a job. Maybe they're traveling. I'm hearing somebody's traveling for a job, and there's a deadline that this person needs to meet in the 3D. I'm wondering if that's why you're feeling like, okay, come on, it's time. Where is it, right? It's like you're wondering if whatever is coming to you is going to get here in time. In time. I almost forgot to write down who I was doing here. I'm doing to Cancer. Yeah, so let's take a look at these. We're going to take a look at the group of cards here this month. So we're going to take a look at the adjacent possibilities. A lot of things opening up for you in the form of abundance, and that's in finances, job offers, opportunities, love, whatever that is for you, all of the above. Even there are a lot of opportunities that are there for you. I'm hearing awaiting you. So I just feel like everything here, which, come on, it's everything everywhere, right? This is going to be right down to the last divine timing millisecond. It just feels like that last. I'm hearing nanosecond. I don't know if I've ever said those words together before. The last nanosecond. I go. That's funny. Is it N-A-N? Second. How do you? Oh my gosh! Can't even. Boy, that doesn't look right. I don't know how to spell it. That's funny. Anyway, let's take a look here, Cancer. Magician, boy, you are manifesting something pretty freaking amazing here for yourself. Tell us more, Spirit. Talk to us about these opportunities and the anxiety. All right, just gonna shuffle and see what comes out. Okay. So you got the Magician, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and Ten of Pentacles. I can't unhear what I'm hearing here. So for some of you, this is not going to resonate for all of you. You are waiting for another energy. Could be something that was in a commitment. Maybe you're in a commitment. They're in a commitment. I wasn't thinking this is going to be a counterpart reading or a soulmate reading, but it just might be. But there's an exit of somebody from another committed connection. Let's just put it that way. It could be a boss. It could be a job. For some of you, it could be another person leaving, needing to be removed from a long-term connection here. Yeah, I gotta, because I'm not really picking up on what the stress or the anxiety is coming through for. Let me just tap into that. Yeah, the anxiety. Talk to me about that. Four of Wands, yeah, in reverse. This is specifically, you're waiting on union. You're waiting on something to end so something can begin. I feel like you know this is coming, though. I am getting a big High Priestess energy here, even though she's not on the table. There's just this inner knowing I'm feeling, but it may have gone on for a while, that you've been just doing your thing. I got this feeling, Cancer, that someone's just waiting on it's like, I know it's my time for this timeline to begin or to take off or whatever it is, but there are circumstances that are out of your control because there's other people involved in this timeline that you're moving on to, and it's just not locked in yet. And like I said, it's going to get right down to the last nanosecond. And I don't know what the deadline is here. Talk to me why the blossoming abundance is in the challenge position. See if there's anything else other than what I'm picking up, because I know this is not going to resonate for each and every one of you. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, something. either you or someone else, or both of you, are being nudged by the universe to remove yourself or walk away. See, or even I'm hearing some of you, is just, it just needs to be seen that you need to walk away from a situation that you've poured all of yourself into. You've done the work, you know, that you felt that you were meant to do in that situation, and now it's time to leave. But you haven't, you know, some of you are, you haven't left an existing partnership. Can't imagine it's going to be easy, right? But I'm sorry, it's so strong, and I'm feeling it, that you know this, you know what needs to be done for you. Again, I got to reiterate, Spirit wants me to reiterate that there are things that you cannot control here. They're out of your hands, and that has to do with this energy over here, right? But the things that are in your control, the things that you can put your time, effort, and attention into, there's just something that the universe is just waiting on you to decide to lay something down, to walk away from something, or to actually physically take the, you know, the courageous step forward and put action into it. You know, maybe this is something, and I offer no disrespect here, maybe this is something that you've nurtured for a very long time, but you've become very complacent, and you know, that can easily be done because it's enjoyable, it's comforting, it's nurturing it, but there's action that needs to be taken toward this dream that you have, and I feel that this is the dream. This is the overall energy I feel that you are moving into. Financial abundance. Of course, we've got the abundant, blossoming abundance in the challenge position, but you're heading that way. So ask yourself, what is it that I need to walk away from? Is it a mindset? Is it a feeling, a memory, or how you feel about that memory? Is it it's any kind of other pattern? So I think I want to say that you may be sitting here waiting for this to happen, but what are you doing in the meantime? Cancer, check in with yourself. Ask your higher self, your guides, what am I meant to be doing while this is playing out in a parallel universe somewhere, right? So let's take a look at this contract. There's Nine of Swords on the bottom of the deck that matches that anxiety card. Both of them are a 9, so this anxiety card is an 18. So there is a closing of a cycle, a closing of a chapter. Are you worried about whether or not the thinking man over here is actually following through with what you intuitively are picking up on that they're doing? Could this be a little bit of a doubt? I do want to say right now, if this is a twin flame reading, and I do want to put that down here in my margin, that right now, collectively, I'm recording this on, the 5th of June. I think I will be doing a Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, and Union reading tomorrow on the 6/6 portal. I think it's going to be important because the next 3 months are going to be very pivotal, I can never say that word, for divine counterparts and the union energy that's pouring in through the next 3 months. But if you're finding any, just for a moment there, I looked at this card and those look like the swords in the 4 of Swords card. So, number 1, rest. meditate, stay tuned in with your truth and what you know, because I'm picking that up here. You've got all these intuitive hits coming in because I'm feeling it in my own solar plexus. Um, but is this any doubt? Is this any fear that's coming in? And I will tell you that if that's coming up for you, this it kind of got sidetracked here. If that's coming up for you, divine counterparts, right now the karmic energy is so pissed off. It's so loud, and it is weakening, but it is pulling out all of its tools, the rest of whatever it's got in its tool bag, to try to stop unions from coming together this summer. Um, there is, it's just very strong. So if you find yourself with these niggling little thoughts of doubt, worry, gosh, I hope my counterpart's doing the work. Well, if you're doing it, then have faith and trust that your soul, which is in them as well, right? Agreed to have the most beautiful contract here together, right? If you're doubting them, you're doubting yourself. So that's what I'm saying here. While this is going on another dimensional frequency, what you need to do is go inward and ask yourself, maybe this is about just you going on an internal self-discovery journey to see what's keeping you from holding this union at bay. Got what I'm saying here? Because this is about both of you. And it's very interesting. I have, other than the Four of Wands, I've got no twin flame cards on the table, but I'm feeling it. So let's take a look at this dude over here, shall we? Let's take a look. The thinking man is a 46, so that's a 10, so closing out a cycle. Contract is a 6 card, so something's a little bit out of balance here. Could be a soul contract that's just out of balance. That's coming to an end. And this thinking man is whatever. Let's see what he's doing. Let's see what he's thinking. Male or female, but it is a man on the card. So let's take a look at the. Take a look at the thinking man. What is he thinking when it comes to Cancer here? Well, it be an emperor. It be a divine masculine energy. Oh my God. That's way too much. I'll take the one that landed on the ground or the table here. Knight of Swords. Oh, I think, oh my gosh, I'm feeling it in my chest. This divine masculine, this thinking man, feels like a divine masculine. My gosh, their heart it's very conflicted. They're trying very hard not to feel what they feel right now toward you, Cancer. The Hermit, they're on their own journey of self-discovery, but for them, this is the big one. This may be where they're waking up. You've already been on this journey. You've walked away from many things and gone on the self-discovery journey time and time again. You're already the Hermit. You're the High Priestess, because I'm certainly picking that energy up over here. It's just an energy of this inner knowing and connection with the all that is I'm really picking that up. But this Emperor, I feel, is on their own journey, and this one's the big one for them. This one's the big one. This one is going to be the one that this is the time it's going to bring up all the shadows to be illuminated, and they're not going to be able to look away from it. This is the time when they may have had an awakening, but this one's they come down so much brighter and so much more in tune and in touch with themselves and the universe and whatever God is to them when they come down from the mountain. You know, the hermit goes to the mountain, communes with the divine and its higher self, and then comes down to shine the wisdom, it's their own inner light out for others to see, and they act as a guide to show others how to find that light for themselves, right? This is the big one for this divine masculine over here. Wow. Talk to me about this contract in reverse. Cannot make it up, guys. Two of Cups. Ooh, I got chills all the way down my legs. And my legs just got really jumpy. The Hangman and Temperance. Oof, my goodness. This contract is certainly... I feel this thinking man over here is... for some of you, this thinking man is definitely caught up in another connection where something is ending there. There's a closeout of a chapter or a cycle there. There's enlightenment there. It's a connection that has taught them a lot. It's a connection that has brought them to many levels of healing with the Temperance here. This is Sagittarian energy. We do have the full moon in Sagittarius on June 11th, 12th, depending on where you live. It's a powerful, powerful full moon, especially for divine counterparts, twin flames, whatever label you want to throw on it, right? Wow. I'm just, my third eye and my crown chakra are like screaming like wide open right now because of what's coming off of these cards. So this is what this thinking man is going through. They're going through an awakening. Wow. Divine feminine. I've got to say it. If you have Cancer, whatever you are, male or female, if you are having headaches, strong, energetic pressures and pulsating, spinning, vibrating in your third eye and crown lately, you know why now. Because it's your counterpart is what you're picking up on. It's really intense. I gotta tell you, and my head is not tight. So, and it wasn't doing this before I pulled these cards. This divine masculine, and I gotta say, it is with the Emperor and the thinking man here. They're definitely going through a transformation. I want to say, Spirit is saying to me, so I'm going to say to you, because it's not the death card. You know, transformation is the death card. Because it's not the death card, this is indicative, boy, they're talking really fast. This is indicative of the type of transformation this thinking man is undergoing. The death card is one where it's a lot more brutal. The awakening that happens with the death transformation is a lot more brutal. This is not. This is, like I said, this Emperor and thinking man they've had many awakenings. They've had their initial awakening. They've had their many ones. You know, awakening is not just this one-off thing, and then you're done, right? And then you're enlightened. It doesn't happen that way, folks. if you think that, you're a little living in a bubble there, but because it is not. Sorry, I just kicked my camera. It is not roses and unicorn poop, right? But the death card is a more deep, dark night of the soul transformation. Those of you who have gone through it, you know. Like, I'm hearing you laughing over here. This transformation, I'm feeling like it's so profound. I feel like the thinking man is going to like look at this time like later on, and they're going to be like, wow, that was just the most incredible shift and transformation in my life, in my own consciousness. That's what this is. This is all of this is opening up for this particular masculine energy. They're doing the healing, and a lot of that healing is happening on an energetic level. They don't have to be fully aware of what's going on, but I do feel that there is some things that are hitting them. I'm hearing hitting them a little sideways, but they're taking it all in. It's interesting. Some truths there. Thank you. So there's some really hard truths, self truths about themselves and their patterns and the people they surround themselves with. And you, Cancer, where, oh, I just got chills. I don't know if you can see the goosebumps on my arms. And it's like 80 degrees here. There's no goosebumps going to happen today. They're realizing this is what they want, and they want that with you. I'm also hearing that this thinking man is saying to me that they know that the healing that you have done, Cancer, they feel it for themselves. So that's a big thank you coming through from them. That's lovely. Wow. But I do want to take a look at this Knight of Swords here that this Emperor and Hermit have. I just want to tap in to see, is this communication? Is it downloads that they're receiving? Is it clarity? It could be all of the above. How is it, and how does it play into Cancer and what they are facing right now? Okay, thank you. So Spirit's is saying, why don't we get like some bridging energy in a moment? So I do have the Four of Cups coming out in the challenge position. I typically don't read them when they're on the side or reverse, but lately Spirit's been saying, let's take a look at why this landed like this, right? So there's some disappointments that this, like I said, this thinking man is really looking at. They're looking at the options. Well, here you've got all the options. You see them, you know them, you know that they're there. And this masculine is just starting to take a look at all the times when they may have missed an opportunity to speak their truth with you or to anyone else, right? Doesn't always have to be in connection with you, but in the grand scheme of things, it does have to do with your connection with one another. So tell me why that's in the challenged position. Some memories, some old memories are coming up, and they're rubbing this divine masculine. It's I don't want to say they're rubbing this divine masculine in the wrong way. They're taking it all in. They're not running from this. They're looking straight at it and looking straight into it. So they're not running from it, but it's not comfortable what they're going through, but it could be a lot worse. It could have been the transformation of the death card, right? Keep that in mind. Yeah. A little bit of at a crossroad, I'm hearing how, not when or why or what to do. It's how to do it. How to do what? Four of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Strength, Seven of Wands. Well, how to take their power back from the situation that they're in. I almost want to say for a lot of you, this is not going to be someone who's in a contract with another person. This is just that they're still working out some final touches on their soul contract with where they're at in their lives, and possibly it could be a part of your soul contract together that's closing out, and that this guy over here is just needing to take his power back, stand up for themselves. Could be with a boss, could be with a spouse, could be with themselves. What do I want? Let's be real here. Let's be real here. What is it that I want? What am I missing so much? Why am I dwelling on these 3 cups when the universe wants to offer me something incredible with Cancer? This Cancer person, and it's just like, why aren't you, why are you just like hemming and hawing and holding on to something? Well, because like we talked about earlier, because complacency can set in. I feel like this person is also a little bit afraid to hurt other people's feelings. They haven't quite 100% put themselves first, but they're about to. They're about to. Because here we've got the Lionsgate energy. I've been talking all year, or maybe I've been talking since last Lionsgate. This Lionsgate 2025 is going to be very significant. It's very significant for twin flames. Always the 666, 6677, and the 88 portal, and the 22 portal. They're all important, but these summer months are really important, especially this year being a 9-year with the closing of karmic cycles and all the transits we've got going on, right? But Lionsgate coming through here. There's something about by Lionsgate, they will have their healthy boundaries up. They will have had stood their ground in a whatever situation or multiple situations that they're going through. I do, yes, Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Look at that. 6 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and guess what, darling? You are not going to see this coming. You know what? It's the best thing that you don't, because you're going to feel it, but you're not going to see it. There's something about the tangibility not coming through yet, because if I want to say that's for protection from yourself, from like old patterns, because this is not the time. Yeah, there are times when our old patterns come up, and we get to choose whether we're going to look at them, heal them, do whatever Spirit is guiding us to do with them. But there's something here saying that this isn't a time to let those old patterns come up. I'm getting a big self-sabotage energy from these 2 of Wands, 2 of Swords. But Spirit is trying to make sure that doesn't happen for either of you. So be careful when you're in this energy, okay? Making sure that you know that if it's yours, you deal with it, you take care of it, whatever Spirit asks you to do. But if it's not yours, you just, do whatever you're intuitively guided to do to protect and to help heal and send love to your counterpart, right? What else do I want? Anything? I feel like there's a lot more here, but if this resonates for you and you'd like your own personal reading, you can find my email in the description box below. I don't want to get too far. I mean, I could easily make this a full twin flame reading for the collective, but I'm not going there. I'm going to do that separately. But you do have a lot of abundance coming in. I mean, it's showing itself here, and it's already in the energetic fields. It's just hold on. Just hold on. Nurture yourself. Just do you. Just do you. Nurture yourself. Take action when you're given nudges to take action. Manifest, for your own personal life, and know that it's also assisting this energy of coming together. So, wow. Yeah, the last nanosecond. I do. Thank you for reminding me that, Spirit. Someone just reminded me to do a bridging energy. Let's get it. Well, that was quick. There's a good possibility that you've had dealings with this thinking man before. So this could be a returning counterpart. There's just some old energies that are being cleared up here. For you, it could be your relationship with money and having abundance and success, having everything that you finally, that you've always wanted. Um, for, excuse me, for the thinking man, this could be other people who are just throwing shade in the direction that the thinking man is moving. Uh, they may not know the details. Like I said, the karmic energies are really strong right now. So protect yourself. Send angelic protection, dragon protection around your connection with this person and around your counterpart as well. You don't need their full permission because you are them in another form. And but as long as your intention is to not persuade them in any way, is just to send the connection in the situation and your soul contract of where it is, where you're at in that soul contract, send healing and protection to it. Wow, that was big. Because the karmic energies are, I'm telling you from experience, they're ramping up. They're fucking pissed. Excuse me for saying, but they're pissed. And they're not, they will leave, and they know they don't have much fight left in them, but they, I guess with a clear conscience, they can't just leave without giving it one last shot, right? Or one last dig for someone. I just heard that, one last dig. Yeah. All right. Let's get a guidance card from the angels here. My goodness, Cancer. Final messages for my Cancers. My Cancers out there. I love you guys. You know who you are. I know who you are. All right, got a few cards coming out here. Got Isaiah. It's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I am watching over you, guiding you, and protecting you during these changes. That's beautiful. Some of you may be expecting a baby. Some of you are expecting union. If you know it's coming, oh my gosh, do you ever know it's coming? Just do what you've got to do to take the next step in front of you. Whatever is laid out in front of you, take it. And until then, don't move. Just take care of you. And Adriana, I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Excuse me. Please listen to and follow the step. My goodness. Something about my throat closing up here. Testing. My goodness, it says, okay. I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. I'm just, yes, I gotta show this to you, sorry. I just got through with this one. This could be, you yourself, Cancer, could be experiencing a lot of mental strife, headaches, like I said, because my head just started throbbing again. Because there's a lot of communication. There's also communication from this thinking man over here. Whether you can make heads or tails of it, that's another thing. But there's just a lot going on the crown and the third eye chakras for humanity, really, because we've had solar flares, we've had the auroras, the geostorms, all of that. We are upgrading our DNA. There's just so much going on. But I am getting that there's something about dream time in there. And we have Azure, A-Z-U-R-E. I can never say that. Azure. Thank you. Your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. I love the clock. I'll tell you why. Have patience and faith and don't try to force it to happen. And we get right back to it's going to happen in the most perfect divine time. right at the last nanosecond. So there you have it, Cancer. I hope that resonates, and I hope that it finds all of you well. I love you so much. We'll see you next month.